This is a heartbreaking story. In the Islamist hunting ground of Jammu and Kashmir, Hindus have a target permanently painted on their backs. In fact, civilized mores of secular morality and human empathy routinely bow to the will of Islamist obscurantism. Nothing is sacrosanct, and as dawn broke upon the sylvan mountains of Reasi, dozens of Hindu pilgrims realized this. A hail of bullets crashed into the outer shell of the bus, piercing flesh, cracking bone, and snapping artery. Shot through the chest, the bus driver fell dead. As his limp body slumped on the wheel, the bus careered off the road into the gaping jaws of awaiting death. Several are dead, several wounded. The limp, lifeless form of a toddler, a virtual sacrificial offering to satanic zealots, is yet another cruel reminder of the body politics indifference that is verging on complicity to an unending genocide directed against Hindus in Jammu and Kashmir. Viewers, listen to the survivors recounting their ordeal.
लगातार फायरिंग हो रहा था, 15-20 मिनट लगातार हुआ और फिर बस भी गिर गया था, खाई में गिर गया। उसके बाद भी वो 5 से 10 मिनट फायरिंग लगातार हुआ था। 3 लोग से कम नहीं थे, 3 लोग लगभग थे।
शिवखोड़ी के दर्शन के लिए गया था और दर्शन करके वापस हम लोग आ रहे थे। 2-3 किलोमीटर बस चली होगी, उसके बाद जो है सामने से हमारे फायर होने लगा और तब से फायर चलता रहा और बस हमारी जो है थोड़ी सी आगे जाकर खाई में पलट गई। 5-6 राउंड गिरने के बाद एक बड़ा पत्थर में जो है बस फंस गया।
गोली चलने के बाद में बस जब नीचे चली गई है, गिर गई बस, उसके बाद में तब भी गोली काफ़ी टाइम चला। तो जो रोड पे जब गाड़ी थी चल रही थी तो सामने से फायरिंग हुआ है। ड्राइवर को गोली लग गई थी, पहले तो उन्हीं को लगा, उसके बाद में कई लोग जो भक्त लोग थे उनको भी लग गया है।
How many more Hindu lives, viewers? How many more Hindu lives? Nothing has changed, and judging by the lack of outrage, nothing will. The murder in Reasi will soon be forgotten, like January 1990. The absence of outrage on the continuous reign of hate against Hindus in Jammu and Kashmir is a crime in itself. By all means, keep your eyes on Rafah, but also spare a glimpse or two for the other rapacious acts of ethnic and religious violence. If the ecosystem in this country doesn't know where to look, then here's a grim list of hard facts, viewers. They can think about Pakistan, the longest-running Hindu genocide in world history. In a particularly revolting instance in 2020, DIG Sindh, Mirpur Khas Division in Sindh, Pakistan, reported that over 200 dead bodies of Hindu men, women and children were found hanging by neck on branches of trees and inside houses. The bodies also bear torture marks. This mass killing was a result of attempts to forcibly convert Hindus into Islam. But you don't hear anyone say, quote, all eyes on Sindh, unquote. Do you, viewers? No, you don't. Hard fact 2, Bangladesh. A few months ago, a Hindu was killed in post-poll violence aimed at religious minorities in Bangladesh. He was just the latest statistic in a gory genocide that has been raging and has claimed 11 million Hindus, viewers, many of whom have fled Bangladesh in 40 years. But you don't hear anyone say all eyes on Dhaka, unquote. Do you, viewers? No, you don't. Hard fact 3, Myanmar. A few years ago, Hindu villages in a cluster known as Khamong Sik in the northern Rakhine state in Myanmar were attacked. 99 Bengali Hindu villagers were massacred by Muslim insurgents from the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army. The Hindu genocide is the most brutish there. But you don't hear anyone say all eyes on Rakhine state, do you, viewers? No, instead, you are told that we must take in Rohingyas and give them citizenship. And if we say, no, what about the Hindus there? Let's bring in the CA. You're accused of being a communalist, a Hindu fascist. Hard fact 4, Nigeria. Over the years, 62,000 Christians have been murdered in genocide perpetrated by Islamist jihadist groups, including Boko Haram, Islamic State West Africa Province, and Fulani militias. The International Committee for Nigeria refers to this genocide as the, quote, silent slaughter, unquote. But you don't hear anyone say, all eyes on OVO, unquote, viewers, do you? No, you don't. Hard fact 5, Nagorno-Karabakh in the Caucasus. More than 80% of Christians in Nagorno-Karabakh have fled after Azerbaijan, an Islamic Republic, attacked the enclave linked to Armenia. The genocide of Armenian Christians has stretched on uninterrupted for over a century, but you don't hear anyone say, all eyes on Nagorno-Karabakh. But what you will hear constantly, viewers, is all eyes on Rafah, Rafah, Rafah. From Harvard, viewers, to Hapur. Hard fact 6, California. A recent report released by the California Civil Rights Department, or the CRD, based on the findings of the year-long California versus Hate campaign, revealed that Hindus are the worst sufferers of religious hate crimes. But you don't hear anyone say all eyes on California, viewers. The question is why? Is it because some vested interests only view genocide through a selective political prism? Let's ask that question tonight, viewers. It's about time we do. It's about time we do. And I want to begin with Niloufar Masood of the National Conference. Ms. Masood, it's no good anymore. It's no good just to say in a formulaic way, oh, what has happened is terrible. I want to ask you, why aren't moderate Muslims like you marching in the streets denouncing Islamist terror? Why isn't the civil society that we know in Kashmir exists, and you say it does, that is so conscious of people's right to live, why isn't it out there condemning this hate campaign against Hindus? It's quite clear now that there are direct, targeted attacks on Hindus.
Well, Rahul, I have a problem with this narrative, what you are putting or projecting before we people. You are saying that it is hate against Hindu. It's in fact not a hate against a Hindu, and you cannot just religionize it that it is against one of the religions that belongs to Hindus only. It's not like that. See, if you remember an Anantnag episode before 2 days of election, a Muslim couple was attacked by the terrorist, in which one of the husband lost his eyesight. So you cannot say that only Hindus are being targeted. If you go by the numbers, you will see there are Muslims also. In fact, more in number, they have been attacked and they have been brutally killed. So please, I have problem with this when you say that pilgrims are the sons of lesser God. It's not like lesser God or bigger God or larger God. God is one. We believe in this. And I believe that the terrorism that does not have any faith, that does not have the religion.
Okay.
So we should not connect it with one.
So, ma'am, can I ask you a question, a counter question?
Against the it's against the Hindus.
Okay.
Yes, sure.
Can I ask you a counter question? Recently,
yes, sure.
your own leader, and I respect this statement by him, Mr. Omar Abdullah, came out and commented on the victory of engineer Rashid. And he says an Islamist wave is on the rise. Now, what does he mean by this Islamist wave?
You cannot connect the comment with this, that there is hate against the Hindus. That comment is with respect to the elections. What does this mean,
an Islamist wave?
With respect to the elections only, you cannot say. Islamist wave herein means that there is a separatist group who believed in one ideology. They are coming into the elections. It is in perspective of that what he has made the comment. You cannot say that it is against one sect or Hindus, that he has made such comment that yes, there exists the Islamic ideology, still exists in the Jammu and Kashmir. If we will go by the numbers, I have already said to you that if we will go by the numbers, there have been more Muslims who have been attacked.
This is something that he's being criticized for, Ms. Masood. And I'm sorry, but a controversy erupted after Mr. Omar Abdullah shared a news article on engineer Rashid's win. And many people hit back at him, in fact, and he has been accused of using this term very loosely. Now, and this was Wahid Para.
Let me put Ms. Masood, point forward.
Now,
how you interpret
no, but
it,
you're
how
not
you
allowing
take
me.
it, that is
You're not allowing
that depends upon the mind.
You're not allowing me. You're interrupting me. I'm only quoting Wahid Para. of the PDP. Extremely disappointed with Umar Abdullah's regressive stance, echoing the divisive politics of 87 and dubbing a democratic expression as an Islamist wave. Now, he clearly means that there is Islamist radicalism that is taking root in Kashmir. That is why he's being criticized. He's not talking about separatist wave. He's used a term. Rashid's victory without doubt will empower secessionists and give Kashmir's defeated Islamist movement a renewed sense of hope. Who are these Islamists against, ma'am? Moderate Muslims, Hindus, people from other faiths, isn't it? Am I lying? Or is Omar Abdullah lying?
See, you're talking about the Wahid Para. He is used to making such comments prior to elections also he used to make, and he used to generate all these narratives. You can see that he has been talking about 1987
But you tied up with
repeatedly.
him. But
he
you
has been
tied up
talking
with
about
him. He
it
was part of the
repeatedly.
Gupkar alliance. Now, one minute. And you
But
asked for him to be released from jail. You asked for him to be released from jail. Now, one minute. Now, viewers, don't let Nilofer Masood today get away with this. Let me tell you who made this statement. It was Omar Abdullah, and this is his quote, and he said, Rashid's victory without doubt will empower...
It has nothing to do with the Hindu hate, how you are projecting.
Let me speak.
It has nothing to do with that.
I beg you, ma'am.
It has
I beg
nothing
you.
to do with
देखिए, मैम, आपने हम लोगों को तो घर से बाहर भगा दिया कश्मीर से. अब बोलने तो दीजिए.
Oh, please.
Please, give me 2
देखिए, आप
seconds.
national media पर बात कर रहे हैं, हमने किसी को यहाँ से भगाया नहीं है.
Rashid's victory without
And you
doubt...
know in what
Ma'am, I'm talking
situation
about
and in
my
what
personal
condition they left
experience.
Jammu
I'm
and
talking
Kashmir.
about my personal
You cannot sit
experience.
in your cozy
I'm talking
seats and
about my own
say
family.
that आपने हमको
I'm talking
भगाया.
about my own family.
I
One minute.
am objecting to this statement what you are saying.
I am
before
talking about my
national
own
media.
family, ma'am.
You should be very choosy while using the
we
words.
can speak
You
on the
cannot say
phone.
that आपने
And
हमको
I'll tell you
भगाया
what
है.
happened to
जम्मू
us.
कश्मीर के
One
वासियों ने
minute.
भगाया
Omar
है.
Abdullah
जम्मू
viewers,
कश्मीर
Omar
के लोग ही
Abdullah.
वो
One
हैं. They are
second.
carrying
One second.
the
See, she's
pilgrims
going
on
to
their
keep...
shoulders.
This is not
They are
right.
giving blood to them.
Ma'am, you
And
can't
you cannot
shout.
just
You
narrate
can't shout
that
me
it
down.
is only the Muslims who are
You
against
can't
it.
shout. I'll take
These
a bullet,
Hindus.
ma'am, but you can't shout me down.
There was Kashmir
I'd rather
files
take a
also.
bullet.
You
I'd
are
rather
trying
take
to
a bullet.
trigger that mindset.
I'd rather
which is
take a
against
bullet,
the
ma'am,
Muslims.
but you can't
You are
shout. You
triggering
can't
that
you can't cut off my
Rahul,
voice.
You are triggering that
Okay,
mindset,
I'm
which
going
is
to have to
against the
lower your
Muslims.
fader, ma'am.
We have
This is
been
not
seeing
right.
how Muslims are
I am quoting Omar Abdullah. I am not misquoting anybody. I'm quoting him. Rashid's victory without doubt will empower secessionists and give Kashmir's defeated Islamist movement a renewed sense of hope. What is this Islamist movement that he's talking about? Let me bring in General Bakshi.
There are different...
No, wait, ma'am. Now you had your say. Let me bring in General Bakshi, sir. What is this Islamist movement, General Bakshi, and who is it aimed against?
Rahul, this is a ghastly attack on Hindus, on Indians, and it has been very precisely timed. 9th of June, when the new government Modi 3.0 was being sworn in, they sent a message to this government, to this nation, right? They opened fire on this bus, they killed the driver, the bus careened off the road into that khud, and when the poor people, the women, the children, the old people, the pilgrims innocent, who had done nobody any harm, they were trying to crawl out of the windows of that bus, these ghouls started firing. And it is only because a number of them, somebody very sensibly told people to play dead, that you have a ghastly count of 10 killed, 42 wounded. They would all have been killed if they had tried to run or escape or tried to save themselves. It's just that they played possum. This is a message sent to Modi 3.0.
No, but how long, General Bakshi? How many more Hindus have to die, and what are we going to do about it? What is the state doing?
That is precisely what I would like to ask the state. Rahul, I am not a member of this state. The simple fact is, even the media ignored this. We were too busy celebrating who got which ministry.
Yes.
We were too busy celebrating who got which ministry. I have not heard a word of regret. I have not heard a word of, some salve to the wounded among the propre of the people who have been shot up. Nobody cares. And this is what is hurtful, extremely hurtful. I think the nation should now hit back. We have a ceasefire with Pakistan, which is into its 4th year. Why? That is facilitating infiltration. There's no point asking a court of inquiry
No, but
against
we
the
want to
people,
play cricket
the
with
local
Pakistan,
forces
sir.
there.
We want to play cricket with them.
Sir, we should
Soon we'll be
bash
playing a
their
game of
heads
marbles
in.
also.
Sir, our medium guns should be opening fire tomorrow.
Yes, there you go.
Tomorrow, if not tonight.
Well-
And let 10 Pakistani posts be blasted, gutted.
Karan
for
Verma.
The 10 people, Indians who have been killed.
What is
You
the
see,
what is
I'd
the
like
cause?
to say, and that should be the beginning.
Okay, I'll come back to you, General Saab. Karan Verma, why do you think that people in this country are more bothered about, their gaze is about something that is happening 3,000 miles away in Gaza? All eyes on, Rafah. But there are no eyes on Reasi. Why? What is going on here?
Rahul, unfortunately, the resilience of the Hindus have become their undoing. Today, Hindus have been guilt-tripped into not raising a voice about the atrocities that they are facing and to just brave it out so that they are not labeled communal. Let me just bust what the NC leader had just said, that, oh, this is not a Hindu thing. There are Muslims also in it. Let me just tell her some facts so that we can put this rubbish to an end. In 2023, there have been 43 terrorist incidents.
Oh, this is not rubbish.
43 terror incidents. Wait,
this
hang
is
on a
not
minute
rubbish,
now, please.
what I have said.
Please,
Ma'am,
please.
How can you use
please.
this word?
You can
No,
hit
I
back
have
at
to
him.
use this word.
You have a right to put your point.
I
You
have
have
to
to
bust
say
this
that
propaganda.
this is
Now
rubbish.
you have to
No,
allow me.
I'll have to lower your fader. Ma'am, you can come back and you can take him on. I will not stop you. But let him finish his point. Yes.
In 2023, Rahul, there have been 43 terrorist incidents as per the CID, Jammu and Kashmir.
Yeah.
All the casualties happen to be Hindus. इससे ज़्यादा और आप क्या लोगे? And that has been a trend. Back in the 90s, what did they say? Ralif, Galif, Salif, Hindus leave and leave your women behind. आप चाहते क्या हो? Al-Safa, Hindu हो जाओ दफा. I mean, nothing can be more targeted than this towards one community. And the lady here has the guts to say, oh, it's a problem for every community. No, ma'am. It is Hindus per se who have been targeted. Hindus are suffering. You must raise a voice. Not just Hindus. I'll tell you one more thing. They've even not left the Sufis. They even burnt down the Charare Sharif. You remember that, Rahul? Even the Sufis have been devastated. It is this radical Islamist ideology that needs
No,
to
I
be
want to
called
bring
out.
in a point, and I want to ask, this is a very good point, Karan Verma, on hypocrisy. We are constantly told BJP, for example, is a Hindu nationalist party, hasn't given a birth to any Hindu, any Muslim, no prominent cabinet berth. Can I ask Ms. Masood, I want to ask you, the minority in Kashmir is Hindu, right? Why hasn't a member of the Hindu community been made the chief minister of the state by the NC or the PDP? You tell me. And am I supposed to believe that it is because you people are exclusivists? That's the reason why you've never made a Hindu a CM? When was the last time?
I put you the same question.
No, that's why I'm asking you.
Why a Muslim is not Prime Minister of India today?
Right.
Tell me.
So
why?
that's what I'm saying. Viewers,
there is a
see,
minority
when
in
I
all
ask
India,
them a
you are
question, they
dividing
turn it
people into
around.
Hindu,
No,
Muslim,
one second.
Sikh,
Yes, Ms.
Isai.
Masood, you're absolutely
We are
right.
the citizens
You're
of
absolutely
India.
right.
First, we are the
No,
citizens
you're
of
absolutely
India.
right. दिल्ली में सवाल
talk
कुछ
about
और
this. You
होता
should not say why
है.
Muslim is
श्रीनगर
not.
में अगर मैं आपसे ये
Why
सवाल
Hindu is
पूछूं,
not.
तो आपको प्रॉब्लम होती है. Then you
किसको
don't
problem
want to
होती है?
answer the question. I agree
No,
with
I'm
you.
answering. I'm putting the
one
same
second,
question to you.
I agree
Why don't
with
we
you.
have the
I want
Muslim
to ask
ministers?
you.
Why don't
I
we
want
have
to
the
ask
Muslim
you.
cabinet
I
ministers?
want to ask you. I want to ask you a
How
question.
many of them are there existing
Ma'am,
in the present regime? Come
I'll
on,
ask you.
me.
I'll
Go
tell
on
you why.
counting.
I'll tell you why.
Go on
Because
counting.
hang on. I'll tell you why. I don't know. I don't have the answer. I can only guess at
Because
why.
there is trust
No,
deficit.
one second.
There is trust deficit.
How can there be trust deficit,
trust
ma'am?
deficit
No,
by
one second.
we,
One second.
you
One second. One
people.
second. अरे
You
भाई
don't-
बोलने
you
तो
don't
दो.
consider Muslims
When was
as
the
the
last time a
first
Sikh?
citizens of India?
When was the last time a Sikh a chief minister? When was a Christian a chief minister of Kashmir? I want to ask you, micro minority. When was it?
See, people need to come out
Now,
of their houses,
Nilufar
contest
Masood,
the
let me tell
elections,
you this,
participate.
that in the Modi cabinet,
When
you
there
have
is minimum
Sikhs, you have
participation,
Christians.
National Conference
One
is the
second,
party which give
Madam,
mandate
now
to
you're
the
not,
Sikhs in
you're not
different
letting,
parts of the
okay, okay.
Jammu and
Look how I've triggered Miss Masood. Look how I've triggered her. Viewers, this tells you something. No voice from civil society, from the majority communities out there. No petition has been written by 750 intellectuals saying मैं अपने award वापस कर दूंगा. General Bakshi, you're raising your hand. Yes.
You know, Rahul, I think it's time for this government to hit back. It is a slap in the face of this government.
Absolutely.
On the day that they were being sworn in, they have done a large mass casualty terror attack.
Yeah.
We are very lucky that we have just suffered 10 killed. It could easily have been all 52 killed.
Absolutely.
Had one of them moved.
General Saab, I'm
Had
telling
one of them moved.
there is a problem.
Not a word I have heard so far, and I'm shocked.
The LG comes
I
out
think
and
there
gives
is
an
need to
anodyne
hit
statement,
back and
viewers.
hit
Oh,
back
we regret
hard.
the death, we regret. Everyone is doing kadi ninda. It won't hack it anymore.
And a court of inquiry against the boys there.
There you go. It won't hack it anymore. Listen to General G.D. Bakshi.
The fact of the matter is,
Listen to him. Listen to him.
the fact of the matter is, don't do consequence management
That's right.
on your own side of the territory.
Absolutely.
Don't unnecessarily harass your forces.
But General Bakshi, for you to say
dilute
this,
them in
you know
that
what they'll
area,
say?
and then
Oh,
you
that you are
hold them
arguing
to
for a
task.
genocide. That's what they'll say. Israeli solution, which is basically safeguarding your own land, is today being equated by some woeful characters as calling for genocide. This is how in denial we are. I
And
leave
it's
it
not
at this.
genocide
viewers.
when they
I
do
leave
it.
it at this.
It's not ethnic cleansing when they do it.
I leave it at this. Let's wrap up the show. Thank you very much.